Hello, welcome back to the channel. As you can see here, we are in the free agency period after the 2024-2025 season. And as you can see also, we didn't win the Stanley Cup, so we're just going to do a quick recap of the 24-25 season. Just the regular season, but due we missed the playoffs, and kind of the free agency business and whatnot, so let's just get into it. As you kind of see there, we missed the playoffs because we didn't have any playoff-like kind of scoring. We finished with a 36, 40, and 6 record, which was bad enough for 78 points and 6th in the Central Division. So kind of what I was expecting, kind of with the roster staying mostly the same and me not like playing a bunch of the games to try to get the record to match up. We didn't do too hot. We also like kind of like Ingram went down for like a month with an injury during like beginning of the season. That kind of like screwed us for like that entire month. We were like a terrible month then. Yeah, the season was just not great. So with that in mind, we kind of finished with 26th in both goals for and goals against per game, unsurprisingly, with 3 goals for per game with 3.43 goals against per game. And goals against more than goals for, you're not going to be making the playoffs. In terms of scoring, as you can see here, Clayton Keller finished with 78 points, which is 19 goals, 59 assists. And Michael Kesselring really regressed, and why is he not here? Oh, because he regressed like so much. His overall went down 2 points, so he's not even like technically like on the NHL roster anymore. But he'll be jammed in there next season. But he finished with 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points. Yeah, that's such a bad season. His overall literally went down 2 points, went from an 80 to a 78. So excellent work there by me, unfortunately. So yeah, that's it kind of for the regular season. So kind of playoffs, I'll just use this screen so I don't have anything to go through. So the Avalanche won the Stanley Cup. President's Trophy was the Kraken, who finished with 113 points in the regular season. And the Avalanche played the Pittsburgh Penguins, who finished second in the Metropolitan with 86 points. So yeah, the Metro was kind of cheeks. Second place team finishing with 86 points. Somehow Penguins made it through the, I guess, kind of somehow surpassed the Rangers, who had 109 points, and then the Atlantic was a bloodbath, I'm guessing, because they had 4 teams with 100 plus points. So Pittsburgh, I guess, kind of got them softened up team in the conference finals, and were able to scrape through. And then lost to the Avalanche, finished with 97 points, second in the Central Division in the regular season. Oh, I shouldn't have gone back there. We go to the individual awards. So Matthew Tkachuk kind of won the RS. This season scoring went up like a lot, but kind of to more realistic like numbers, I would say. But I'm guessing the goalies' stats were probably hurt by it, which I think is kind of like it's kind of hard. The game doesn't seem to balance that kind of stuff very well, where you get like a realistic scoring and like the goalies actually having realistic numbers too. It's kind of like one or the other. So Matthew Tkachuk finished with 123 points in the regular season to win the RS. So he kind of scooped up a bunch of the awards because that's the game seems to work. Hart, he also got that 123 points, even though he had 2 teammates, both finishing with 109 points in the top 10. So there's Norris with Adam Fox. I'm not really sure how many points he finished with, because he didn't kind of have an insane season like he did last year. Maybe Bing, as I mean Sam Reinhart, one of his teammates finished with 109. Tkachuk's teammates finished with 109 points. Calder went to Connor Bedard, unsurprisingly. Wait. Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense. Interesting, okay. Conn Smythe went to Mikko Rantanen. Vezina and the Jennings went to Joey Decord, so I guess he's probably the only goalie with a good save percentage. Masterton went to Eric Johnson. Jack Adams went to the LA Kings coach as they finished second wildcard with 92 points. They didn't receive the playoffs last season. Selke went to Ryan O'Reilly, not a surprise there. Ted Lindsay went to Tkachuk. And then Walker Richard went to Austin Matthews, who finished with 112 points during the regular season. So no playoff sets or anything like that for us to go through. So now it's kind of just the draft and free agency and all that good stuff. So the draft, we got the 8th overall pick and picked a right winger. I had a pretty decent draft, picking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 other players, all 104th overall or below. And they all seem to be, they should be good. And the rest of our picks, I traded a couple of picks to Boston. Traded a 3rd, a 5th, and a 6th to Boston for the second next year's draft. And then in terms of free agency and whatnot, Messi let our entire coaching staff go and refreshed the coaching staff after kind of their best season. So our new coach is, so let's go with the coaching staff. Right? New coach is El Monroe here, a overall coach, pretty good there. And he kind of matched the scheme. His third pairing is pinch balance, which is Kesselring's kind of player preference, so he's going to perfectly fit in there on the third pair. Hopefully have a bounce back season, kind of growing overall and stuff. But next season is his last season on the contract we signed after last season. So if we miss the playoffs again, we might be in danger of him not wanting to re-up. But we'll find that out. But yeah, with that, I kind of, also with the free agency stuff, took a bit of a gamble. Since as soon as I saw him available, I kind of offered him a contract, and then based on being able to see like his kind of strategies for each line and stuff, made a couple of trades. Kind of big trades. First one, I sent away alternate captain Nick Schmaltz to the Vancouver Canucks for 2 seconds, one in 2026, one in 2027. And then I also traded Victor Soderstrom, who was our second pair right defenseman, I'm pretty sure, last season, to the New York Islanders. So once again, this franchise mode, like we did in the Blues one, which was the last franchise mode, picking up an Islanders defenseman. Last time was Noah Dobson. This time I picked up his real defensive partner, not any of that, yeah, his real defensive partner, Alexander Romanov, who was an RFA, like a qualified RFA from the Islanders. So I'd offer him a new contract. I think I signed like a 6-year, $5-point-something million contract or so, and a 2026 third. So I kind of signed that contract because I was like, he's a young defenseman, so even if he doesn't fit the scheme, I can still probably flip him after next season to kind of recoup the cost there. And like, it won't be a huge deal to be signed to the long-term deal, but hopefully he works out. Because I like Romanov. He's one of my favorite players in the Islanders. One of the only ones I would be mad if Lou traded. Most of the other players on the roster, if Lou actually is like doing what he said he's going to do in his post-trade deadline conference to make the team younger. Like, he's one of the few players that want to stay around from that. But yeah, that and a 26th third, so it was pretty decent there. So he was kind of filling in. Roman's kind of filling in that hole, and the second pair, and Zadorov's going to slide over to the right side of that pairing so you can play both sides. And then kind of the holes we had heading into the free agency period were first line center, with Schmaltz going, and then third and fourth line left wing. After I did one trade at the deadline, which was Nick Bukestad to the Lightning for 2/6, one 2026, a 2026 second and a 2026 third. But yes, then I had two kind of holes on the left side, and then the hole I filled with Romanov, center, and backup goalie because Pavelka didn't want to stay because we sucked. And so the players I got in to do that were the contract screen so you can see them. Forward, so center, I got Cal Granlund to your first line center. I know Cooley's an 88 overall, but it's the whole coach scheme stuff. So Cooley's going to be your second line center, Granlund's going to be your first line center here on a 1-year trial period on a $5.9 million contract. Probably will just be a 1 year no matter what because he is 33. And then left wing, we got Ryan Donato on a 1-year deal, and then Tanner Jeannot on a 1-year deal. And I'm hoping Jeannot really fits because our coach's scheme on the fourth line is crash the net. And the only player types that seem to have that kind of thing is their player preference or grinders, like power forwards and stuff, mostly just grinders and stuff. And Jeannot is a grinder, so hopefully he kind of matches up there, because that'd be really nice if we could lock down that fourth line with wing spot long term. And then backup goalie, I went with Charlie Lindgren on a 1-year, $2.225 million. Could have went with Alexander Forgiev, but his save percentage wasn't too hot last season, so even though it was a 1 point overall higher, the player who had a better save percentage last year, you can see Lindgren had 909, which is decent. Gorgiev's was an 98 or so. Ingram had a decent season too. He had a 905, which I think is pretty good, considering like the high points totals and stuff. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. So based on kind of the free agency here and stuff to wrap up here, my prediction for the next season, which is 25-26. So kind of based on this kind of new coach who's an A, and then like the scheme fits Kesselring perfectly, and kind of I was able to, set up the lines like in a hypothetical scenario here, which I'll do actually in game next season. We should be good, and hopefully we should make the playoffs based on these kind of off-season changes we've made, and make the playoffs hopefully go on a run. kind of hope we need to, because if we suck, I have a feeling Kesselring might want out, especially if his overall doesn't grow after decline this season. So yeah, hopefully we do make the playoffs and go on a run, but that'll be for next episode. So thank you for watching this episode. Hopefully check out the next episode as well. Thank you.